How are you, learners? Welcome to our very first English lesson in our website. We are going to proceed on from where we stopped, which was under the sensational poems in Unit 6. We had successfully covered the first 5 units, and we are only remaining with other 4 units to complete. Therefore, enjoy as we start. In Unit 6, we had started by looking at sensational poems. Under sensational poems, we had already discussed onomatopoeia as one of the items which were used when we were writing our poems. We had also looked at various poems which we had managed to tackle in Google Classroom. And therefore today, we are going to move on to assonance, which is also an item which is used by most poets when they are writing their poems, and we need to know what assonance is and how it helps in poems. Assonance is the repetition of the same vowel sound in words. I want you to be keen and look at the definition under it as the repetition of the same vowel sound and not consonant sound. Later on, we are going to learn about consonants, which will now be the repetition of the same consonant sound. For today, it is under assonance, which is repetition of the same vowel sound in words, in a series of words which have been used in a poem. We are going to proceed on and look at some few examples of assonance, and in our examples we are going to compare two or more words to see how the vowel sound is coming in, so that we can be able to easily identify the use of assonance. Look at the first example, see and flee. We have the vowel sound at the end of those words, flee and see. Our next example, spoke, croak. We also have the same vowel sound under O. Our next example is play and afraid. We have the same vowel sound under the sound A in those two words. As you're proceeding on, you're realizing that these vowel sound, they don't have to necessarily be the same letters. The letters might be different, but the sound is the same. Tune, balloon. We can say that the sound O and the one in balloon as double O have the same vowel sound. Our next example, high and sky. We have also the same vowel sound at the end of those words, high and sky. Note that vowel sounds are not always made with the same vowel letters. No, it will be made by the same sound which has been made by those words. Let us continue. As we proceed on, we are now going to see the use of assonance in poems. Assonance can be used to describe, rhyme, and may therefore form a rhyming pattern, but not always. What is rhyme? Rhyme is where we have the same sound in words. Therefore, rhyme creates a rhythm, and that rhythm is what creates a rhyming pattern. Remember, in the previous units, we had talked about the rhyming pattern, where we had rhyming sounds at the end of the lines. Therefore, when the poet uses assonance, he might want to create a rhyme which might form the rhyming pattern in that poem. But it is not always a must that the poet always has to use assonance or rhyme in their work. It is often used internally in the poem to create mood. Mood is basically the feelings that the poet wants you as the reader to have. So when we are looking at these vowel sounds, we normally have the long vowel sounds and we have the short, sharp vowel sounds. So the long vowel sounds normally create a slow pace and a somber, serious mood. What is somber? Somber is a sad mood, a mood which makes people to be sad. Take for example at a funeral. If somebody was to say a poem at a funeral, it will tend to be slow and it will have a serious mood. Examples of long vowel sounds, we have cleans, sweeps, sorrow, tomorrow. Look at the vowel sounds that have been bolded in those words and you'll be able to see where the long vowel sound is. In short, sharp vowel sound, they create a higher energy and a lighter mood, and therefore mainly they are used in very happy poems. And when you read, you'll find that you can easily also be able to master it and flow in it and enjoy it. Look at these examples: egg, clap, hands, ink, pink, clock, dock. You can easily identify the sharp vowel sounds used in these words because they have been bolded in black. You can see that they are short and therefore the word is not long. Example of assonance in sentences: a certain person hid in the curtain. Can you be able to identify the assonance used in these words? You can see the vowel sound under the word certain and under the word curtain. The sun rose high in the bright sky. We can also be able to identify the assonance in this sentence where we have high and sky, which are in red. And we can also know where the vowel sound is in these two words. Now let's carry on and see an example of an assonance poem. And we see how the writer decided to use assonance in this poem. The assonance in this poem have already been identified by being bold and they have been underlined. I will guide you through the poem so that you can read it together. The morning was cold with a bold statement. The morning dew was wet and set in the ground. You could taste the spring paste fill the air. It made you feel real, refreshed and lively. Should you go out and play? I would. Young girls and boys grab their toys and play. Boys playing in dirt while girls play with their pals. The mom will tap her foot to say nap time kids. The kids always enjoy their snack pack. The spring melted away the snow and felt like smash. The grass was as brass as a trumpet but was slowing, turning. The 3 trees in the front were a rusty brown. The poem was written by Brie Kristen. You can be able to see all the assonance used in this poem, but remember, this poet did not use assonance to create rhyme at the end of the lines. Therefore, they were not used to create the rhyming pattern, but they were used to create the mood of this poem and to create the musicality of the poem as you're reading through it. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and let us meet in our next lesson. Bye.